So I find really often that clients come in, maybe they're asking for a website, maybe it's a business card, maybe it's a logo, but really as a company and as a person, I always go to the root of it. Who are you? Who do you want to work with? And what are your values? And I like to say you have 5 seconds to make an impression. That's particularly true with a brochure or online. And so if your messaging isn't on point, if your visuals aren't a good representation of who you are and clearly marketed to who you want to talk to, then you're going to be missing some of those impressions. So strategy is really important. And I think where we're talking about now, that front end strategy of really getting down to who you are, who you want to work with, and how you deliver your services is key to a successful brand and marketing effort.
So, Joe, but there's some great strategies in building a website so that you have the combination of the personal and the online. Where do you start with people when it comes to putting that strategy into place?
Sure. And this really circles back to that initial conversation. In the discovery process, when we're talking about who they want to attract and who they are, that's kind of the defining of the essence of the brand. And now we need to make it work. So on our end, we talk a lot about how they deliver their services and what actions people are going to take on the website. And that's really where web strategy comes in, is envisioning when someone comes across this site, either through a landing page or the homepage, however they come upon it, what actions are they going to take and how do you want to really control their behavior? Deliver information quickly and succinctly so you're very clear about what it is and what solutions you provide, and get them to take some sort of action. And a lot of times that action could be pick up the phone or fill out a form. If you have the right business, it can be buy now, but for so many of us, the website isn't a tool to make sales, it's a tool to help set them up, create stronger leads, create conversations, just get people engaged with you. And that's a lot of the strategic push is what are those things? What's your offer? Every web page, specifically the site as a whole, but each page on there should have some sort of an offer, whether it's click here to learn more or buy now.
And that strategy leads right into the making money piece. And online today, that's so much about making offers. And you touched on this briefly, whether it's getting them to buy or give you their email address. Can you talk about how do we turn leads into customers?
Absolutely. This involves a little bit of content and a little bit of brand as well. I think a killer offer really needs to be, and I say this over and over again because it's so hard for people who are writing for themselves to do this, but it's 90% results and 10% how. It's so easy to say, especially in my line of work, I fall prey to this all the time. I want to say, you're going to engage with us and we're going to build this website and we'll use WordPress because you're this kind of client and blah, 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 blah. And really what that person on the other end wants to know is, okay, how is it going to solve my problem? Mm-hmm. And their problem likely is I'm not getting enough clients or I'm not getting the right clients.
Right.
So instead of, I'll use myself as an example again, instead of saying, this is how we go about building you a site, this is how we look at your brand. In the offer, it's, we're going to solve the problem of not having enough clients and we're going to get you the right type of clients because we're going to be on point with your target market, with your messaging, and it's all going to come together in a perfect, succinct offer. And that's the kind of shift of saying, okay, let's define this problems that these clients of yours are having, and now let's present ourselves as a solution and stay there as much as you can.
Our salesman that nobody wants to be. It truly is just showing up and saying, you have a problem, I may be the best person to solve that problem for you. Let's have a conversation about it. So I love how working online with people can really be about relationship building and then just moving them that step closer to that conversation. Brad, was there anything you wanted to add to that? Or Joe?
I was just going to interject that that flows from the coaching book that you
The Prosperous Coach.
The Prosperous Coach, where it's leading with value and giving. That's kind of what you were saying.
Yeah, and I think I love what you touched on there, Minette, because we just spoke about the big piece. Here's how I shift my mindset in order to sell and help these clients out. But if we want to be specific about our website, it's really worth the effort of defining what action do you want them to take. And it's important not to step too far, because if you've got, say your service or product, whatever it is thousands of dollars, it's a lot to ask a person, unless, if you have a commodity and you're price shopping and all that, it's different. But if it's a service, it's a lot to say, go from read my homepage to buy this thing. And that's where what you said, it's about relationship and communication. Most time the offer on a web page or a website is get in touch. Or if you're collecting emails, it's here's the free gift, download this and we'll keep in touch that way. But it's really simple, small actions that you're going for. And that's what starts the conversation and gets them in your network. So often, and I think it becomes a little bit easier not to feel salesy if you're just saying, hey, let's connect.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a great point.